all 7 days a week. Now on to the news, and amid tensions that has led to intense rioting and unrest, the Temple Mount was today reopened to Jewish visitors and tourists for the first time since the shooting of activist Rabbi Yehuda Glick. Right-wing Knesset member Moshe Feiglin used the opportunity to visit the site under heavy guard. We get more from IBA's R.A. O'Sullivan.
Defying calls by the Prime Minister to refrain from inflaming the situation, Likud MK Moshe Feiglin went up to the Temple Mount today under police guard. His visit passed without incident, but police detained at least 5 activists for disturbing the peace during his visit. Feiglin came down and called for the government to change the status quo and allow Jews to worship on the Mount.
I call the government, I call the Prime Minister to change this attitude and to open the mountain to every Jew who wants to come and in a peaceful way to pray to God at his holiest site.
Israel has accused the Palestinians of inciting violence. The Prime Minister's spokesman said the claims that Israel was threatening Muslim holy places was ridiculous.
When people claim to be responsible leaders, when people claim to be mainstream leaders, how is it that they can echo ridiculous, baseless charges about some sort of imaginary threat to the Temple Mount? It's frankly unacceptable. There will be no change to the status quo, and the Prime Minister has called on all Israelis, but especially ministers and members of parliament, to act with restraint, to act with responsibility. We don't want to fan the flames of the extremists, the Islamist extremists, who are saying and talking about some imaginary threat to the Temple Mount. It's incumbent upon people in leadership positions to act responsibly.
Jerusalem Police Chief Avi Biton said that Hamas-backed activists were responsible for inciting violence on the Mount, and police were acting with restraint to prevent the casualties as they quelled the rioters in the highly sensitive site sacred to Muslims and Jews. Israel has restricted access to Al-Aqsa Mosque on the Temple Mount or Haram al-Sharif, barring youth.
Every day I get into Al-Aqsa and I pray. Today they didn't allow us. They just allowed over 50 years.
And does that bother you?
Of course. It's our mosque, it's our place, our holy place. And
how do you feel about the Israelis going up there?
I feel very angry, of course. And I don't know how to express myself, you know. They annoy us every day.
Arab residents of East Jerusalem say they don't want to share the Mount with Jews.
If the Israelis did not go to the mosque, they will be quiet. If the Israelis continue to go to inside, they will have more problem and more problem. The answers to quiet the places, to stop, to go to the old city, to the Masjid al-Aqsa. That's all. That's the only answer.
You don't think that you can share the place with the Jews?
No, never, never. This is Islamic mosque.
Others are concerned the unrest, rioting, and heavy security presence will harm business.
The problem is all the time because the work is not good, because many people is afraid to come here in Jerusalem, or who's come tourists. All the time is going in the Jewish man. Is not come here in Jerusalem.
With little displays of tolerance mixed with religious fervor, maintaining the status quo at the volatile Temple Mount is proving to be a daunting task for Israel police. Ariel O'Sullivan for IBA News.
Thousands attended a memorial